Hey everyone, I am MSK, aka Master Swag King, coming at you guys today with another video. And if you guys are returning viewers or new viewers, then please consider subscribing to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it and comment down below. Also, make sure you guys hit the notification bell. That way you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about DC Comics rebooting Batman back to a #1 issue coming out later on this year. So if you guys have not had a chance to check out a video I did with Professor Savage Dad that came out on the channel recently, talking about basically DC Comics rebooting Superman and Batman back to #1 issues, well, that ended up happening because there was a few comments that I got in that video going, that's not going to happen. Guys, for any news video I ever do, it's not me being some scooper. I didn't just make shit up out of my head. I'm just reading what the trades told me, and I'm just telling that information to you while just giving my own opinion. And reason why I'm saying this right now, so that way in the future, if anyone gets confused, that's what I do. I like talking about the news. I like being in the know, and I like helping people with the news because maybe you're too busy to know what's going on. I've been doing this for so long, back when I had my original big YouTube channel with Yu-Gi-Oh! Related stuff. I do this with movies and TV and all that stuff on my main YouTube channel, but you guys are seeing this video on my comic book one. So just want to let you guys know that. You guys are all new to me. I just want to make sure I explain it to you. Because what I also meant in that video, because the title said it too, it says DC Comics are rebooting Batman and Superman, which they are. Superman is getting a new #1, Superman Unlimited with Dan Slott, and a bunch of other shit for the Summer of Superman event. Batman is not only getting a new #1, well, Batman just gets everything, so what doesn't Batman get is the joke here, right? So just want to let you guys know that. Now, moving forward past that, you know, we knew that the mainline Batman book was going to get a shakeup because, you know, after Hush 2, which is technically Hush 3, let's be honest with you, we know this. Jim Lee's not a long-term solution because he has a little bit of EVS in him. He's a little lazy sometimes, you know? Yeah. He's not a long-term solution. And I even said the same thing in those videos with Savage Dad, talking about Hush 2 and Jim Lee. You got to find a long-term solution. You have to. He's not a guy you need to have for the mainline Batman book long-term. It's just not going to be something he's going to be in it for the long haul. He just isn't. Look at his past history. I like Jim Lee. I love his art. I really, really do. But he's not dedicated. He's not a for-lifer. You know, and Chip Zdarsky, we already heard he was going to get removed because they're bringing in Jeff Loeb. So Jim Lee, Jeff Loeb, Hush 2, right? So then a lot of people kept theorizing, well, who's going to write the mainline Batman book? Daniel Warren Johnson, I would say he could do it. He's a great writer currently right now on Transformers. He can't. He's doing another thing. Every other big artist and writer they have is already currently tied to a project. Yeah. And who is going to be the new writer and artist? Well, it's revealed here today. So the mainline Batman book from 2016 had Tom King as the writer, very divisive guy in his own right. You know, love him or hate him. He does cause you to start talking, which is always a cool thing in and of itself. After DC Comics kicked him off the Batman title, the mainline one. The sad thing is Detective Comics is not the mainline one, it's this one, but it's okay. It's okay. Another story for another day. After that, you had James Tynion in the fourth. He ran for a little bit. Then you got Chip Zdarsky when it came to that the Batman character we talked about in our Absolute review. That one character, holy fuck. The robot one. The one he created. Yeah, Failsafe. Yeah, he's the guy that created Failsafe, right? So Chip Zdarsky, he's been on the book for a very, very long time. They even tried rebooting it. Remember with the whole all-in branding? Yeah. Hey, you can start here, issue number 153. Imagine that for comic books. You have to start at issue 153 as a jumping on point. You can't start at the very beginning because that's what comics are, right? So,
yeah, Zdarsky's run is
fucking hell, man.
He just put way too much stuff. There was way too much going on in those books, man. So like the Batman of Zur-En-Arrh, like really, dude, really, I still am not getting over that.
Good God,
I just can't.
So after Chip Zdarsky, we have the temporary solution with Jim Lee, Jeff Loeb. But I told you guys this before, not just counting Superman, because this is all about Batman right now. Batman, Detective Comics, those are the main two lines, right? Detective Comics is never getting rebooted, but the main Batman line will because, you know, bullshit things like #1 sales matter to these companies a lot. Literally, stop doing that. I hate that. Why can't it just be Batman issue 164? It basically is. It has an all new creative team anyway. Literally, just get a new creative team. You were going to do it anyway. Guys, at one point, they will get new people. Unless your run is just so goddamn good. They just keep you on forever, honestly. You know? But at last, we are here now. Batman #1. A new look. Same year. New look. New costume. New writer. New artist. Art looks great. It's happening.
The same artist.
What? No, was it? Who was the artist on?
It's Jorge Jimenez.
You're right. He was doing Chip Zdarsky stuff. You're right.
Yeah.
I correct myself. God Lord, this is why you're a genius and I'm your Padawan.
It would be foolish to take him off of there because he's such a good artist. So like it would,
he can only do so much carrying this fucking title at this point. It's literally like Michael Jordan carrying his fucking Bulls to championships.
Yeah,
good Lord.
And he draws a good Batman. So
it's happening. Batman is being relaunched in 2025 with a new suit, symbol, and city to match. Exciting changes are on the way that are sure to have Batman fans absolutely buzzing while fans wait to see. Are you buzzed? What do you drink?
I'm buzzed. Coca-Cola, my friend.
Oh God, don't drink coffee Coke. You might actually throw up and die. That's one of the worst, most disgusting things I've drank in my life. Actual trash.
It's just a bunch of liquid LSD in here anyway.
I like you a lot. Well, fans wait to see what comes next in the upcoming Hush 2 arc of Batman. DC is teasing what lies ahead later this year. Yeah, so there was this Comics Pro, I guess, meeting that happened with a bunch of comic books people in the industry. A lot of news has been coming out, a lot of it. So over the course of, well, a lot of weeks since we do a show together, we're going to cover all the news, actually. And that's good because that gives us things to talk about after we do the usual comic book review that we do on the show here. And there's so much here. And hey, I like when we have new announcements for comic books because I think it's Christmas. I love getting new stuff announced. I think it's awesome. But I have to also understand to myself, why is some of this stuff even justified to exist? Like, there's some creative decisions here that make no sense. And we'll get to that later on when we go over the Supergirl announcement as well. Fans aren't just getting an overhauled creative team, but a new kind of Batman altogether. At Comics Pro, DC Comics has just revealed that it's relaunching the Dark Knight self-titled series with Batman #1. Artist Jorge Jimenez is returning to the title and joining for this epic new start is fan favorite writer Matt Fraction. I'm pretty sure you guys remember him from he has his Thor run that everyone really, really likes, actually. That's the only thing I know him for.
So he has a Hawkeye run that's
You're right. He's Hawkeye and Thor. Those are the things he's known for. So Matt Fraction writing, people really, really like that Hawkeye run. People like that Thor run. Okay. So we'll see what this guy can do. But keep in mind, I don't think it's always just the writers. Keep in mind, it's also editorial too. You could imagine the Batman editorial staff is just bullshitting sometimes. Oh my God. Could you imagine all the stuff these editors actually make you do and try to cut out of your book? But you never know. DC gave fans a few previews of the Caped Crusaders' upcoming adventure and showed off his brand new Bat costume. Look at that. That looks so good. It's like that suit he used to have where it was blue cowl, blue cape, blue bat symbol, gray right here. So look at that. Here's the panels of what he's going to be looking out of. He's got some new tech going on in his cowl right there. Man, Jorge Jimenez's art, so damn good. Yeah. Batman has returned to his blue and gray color scheme and has a new, larger bat symbol. The publisher also released an unlettered preview that reveals Batman's new costume comes with a few hidden gadgets, such as a pair of display goggles. That's cool as hell. I like it. Look at this new suit. Looks great. New art, new writer, new team. Yeah, same year, new Batman. That's the best way to say it. For the past 3 years, fans have been on a wild ride in Batman under Chip Zdarsky and Jimenez's direction. The Caped Crusader traveled all over the world and even into the multiverse, and the action never stopped. Whether he was fighting an evil Joker variant or Batman's hyper-prepared alter ego, the Batman of Zur-En-Arr. But Zdarsky's time on Batman finally came to an end with the most recent arc, The Dying City. God, is that such a on-the-nose thing for how life is going for a lot of people. But the adventures are continuing as the current Batman volume approaches its final arc. Hush 2, the long-awaited sequel to the iconic and gripping Batman story. This is just scratching the surface on what's on the horizon for Batman, as Fraction and Jimenez have both discussed new things to come for the world's greatest detective later this year. Fraction revealed that in addition to new characters and gadgets, Bruce is going to be getting a new Batmobile. Jimenez, on the other hand, discussed giving Gotham a fresh approach that gives the city a new feel while remaining true to the spirit of Batman. Though it's too early to tell what's to come, DC Comics is getting ready to give Batman fans something bold and exciting. That's debatable. That's really debatable on some things they announced from this Comic Book Pro event, actually. I mean, I'll say this. I'm hopeful for this new direction. I am. I just don't like the certain intricacies of numbering and all that stuff. I mean,
well, I don't think numbering is going to have effect on whether the story's good or not.
Oh no, that's just us being comic book fans and being nerds.
Yeah. Fraction can do this. If he does, if he
doesn't do it, I think it's just editorial. There's no way you can cycle through this many writers and it not be an editorial failure at that point. There's no way. Like,
well, it seems like
is every single person bad.
Well, here's the thing, though. It seems like they let Zdarsky do what he wanted to do. Now, I could be wrong, but you don't bust out Zur-En-Arrh in like planetscaping and stuff like that because editorial told you to. Now, maybe they did, and I'm wrong, but we'll see.
And you usually take a lot of L's. To me, obviously, it's just something that you do.
Right. That's compared to you, dude, I'm an L machine.
L generator. Actually, you could be an L machine. Cyfax is an L generator. I like it. But that's the thing is, we talked about this before. You relaunch Batman with the new #1. I don't prefer you do that because I prefer the legacy numbering attached to it that you work to build towards all these many years. But you will get a chance to sell a lot of #1 variants. You can have like 30 variants, actually. And if this is actually a good start to the series with good word of mouth, you're off to a good start there. But at some point, we know DC's always going to try to fuck up something. It's always too good to be true with these people, honestly. DC Comics promised that it was putting a lot of effort with its All-In initiative. Does that imply that they didn't put an effort with the other ones? Just to point out, people say that. Does that mean you were just running it down with the other initiatives you had?
Yes.
That pretty much
wanted it. They wanted it to suck.
they went in going, we want to make no money.
Dawn of DC. You could say that for that. That was not the best.
And hey, just like with the MSK show, when I had to reboot my podcast back to this point, I'm all in. No, okay, you guys. It's an inside
are we in the Dawn of MSK era?
No, we're all in. If we're out of all in, I got nothing. I got no more cards left, dude. I played my hand. Good Lord. And it's holding strong to that. By the time September rolls around, the initiative will be nearly a year old, but the publisher doesn't show signs of slowing down. As Batman #1 shows, DC Comics is keeping up the energy and creativity that's so far made All In the hit it has been with fans and critics alike. I would say mostly that's the Absolute Universe so far. Mostly on that. Yeah, and Jeremy Adams Green Lantern run.
Yeah.
People have said Joshua Williams running Superman is fine, so I'll
it's fine. It's okay. It's not bad, but I think a lot too is the Justice League coming back. But then when they came back, it was a big splash. But then they were like, "Wait a minute, it's everybody. It's not just a Justice League that we know. It's like everybody."
That they also willingly stopped as a team themselves. They're like, the world doesn't need the Justice League. DC, you can. Oh, good Lord, people understand. They're the ones who make the ideas. They never had to get rid of them. We never had to have a world without the Justice League. No. They make that a thing. They're just stupid. They're actually just flat out, it's not a word. They're just actually flat out retarded.
Yeah,
I notice that when we do these videos, the companies are like, man, I'm so glad we could get back to this. You're the one who made the idea.
Yeah, and pushing the Titans as,
the Justice League
as the main group, and it was like who did you make out of that? Oh, Dick Grayson. All right, well, he was already over as a character, so you did nothing. Absolutely. And you killed Beast Boy. You did one good thing, and you brought him back to life. You fucked it all up. You could have left him dead.
Man.
Leave him dead. Goddamn Beast Boy.
Fucking hell, man. DC,
sucks.
Jesus Christ. It's like, hey, we're so much better now with all these great ideas. No shit. You're the controller of it. Whatever, it's fine. I like the announcement. I'm just shitting on DC like I normally do. Whatever kind of challenges the Dark Knight will face later this year, it's almost certainly going to be something that Batman fans are going to love. Batman #1 is available in September from DC Comics. And yes, there is no world where I don't buy this and I add this series to my pull list because, well, guys, it's Batman. Why would I not? So, Matt Fraction, known for his Thor and Hawkeye run, Jorge Jimenez on art. I'll ask you, man. New Batman #1 relaunch. You excited? You're like, I'll see where it goes, but you are gonna buy it. We know that for sure.
Yes, I'm definitely gonna buy it, but it's not that I'm more excited that because I was super excited when Chip Zdarsky came over because I had read Daredevil and Devil's Reign.
People said the Daredevil one is really good. Yeah,
I was like kind of excited, and I thought, okay, he wrote Daredevil real well. That's close to the Batman feel, But I just didn't like Batman's supposed to be dark. I get it, right? But everything there was no hope for anything in that whole.
You think he went with the dark route that made it so just too over?
It was so dark that he was like ruining stuff with the Bat family. It was just everything was ruined. Bruce Wayne was broke. He was like getting kicked out of his own houses. Like he had no swag at all as Bruce Wayne. It was just. It didn't.
Are you saying that Chip Zdarsky turned Bruce into what Zeb Wells made Peter in his Spider-Man run?
Yeah, you could say that.
Oh, that's bad. That's awful.
Put it this way. There was he was when he got Vandal Savage bought the fucking Wayne Manor, right? And found the caves and all that stuff. And then Bruce had this brownstone house that was in the city, right? And so he had been there for a while. And a creditor comes to his house and he's like, oh, by the way, you haven't paid any of the mortgage or anything on his house. You're getting kicked out. Like that happened in the book. So it's like, okay. So what do you got?
How does that even make logical sense? Given the fact that he has accountants and a butler to deal with all that stuff. It's like, oh my God.
Well, he doesn't have a butler anymore, because freaking Tom King decided.
Tom King killed him. Yeah.
Tom King decided.
Sorry to spoil this for you guys. In Batman comics, Alfred's dead in the City of Bane event. Bane snapped his neck.
Which, like I said, Tom King, I didn't like the start of his run, but the start of City of Bane, like the start of it, it was like, oh, this could be cool. And what does he do?
He kills Alfred.
And you're like, fuck this book.
Dude, it has to be people, man, it's what I said about Spider-Man with Marvel Comics. Feels like some of the people they hire to put on these books, like the main big ones, they just hate the good things that people like about the characters. People like that Bruce is rich. People like that Alfred exists.
Yeah, the dynamic between those two is amazing. Great.
Yeah.
It's what humanized Bruce. It kept him grounded, and we always knew
dad in his life that he doesn't have anymore. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right. And we see that Alfred wanted to be there. He wanted to stay there. So it was like something that, it wasn't just, oh, he's the butler. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I'll say perfectly, like whenever Tom Taylor did Injustice, right? Whenever Superman had turned and then Alfred beats the shit out of Superman. And he's like, I'm done letting you hurt my family. There's no more of that. You can't have a scene like that without Alfred. You cannot have it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just a bad decision. And they do it just because it's like, oh, wow. It makes Bane, like he's a super villain now. It's like, what did they do afterwards with him? Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So you just killed him. You killed Alfred, and it didn't make Bane any bigger than he was.
God,
so nothing happened from it. Nothing happened from it.
It's just one of those things where, it's just there's some decisions I just don't get down. It's like they wanted to create this vibe in Batman comics where it was like, well, anyone could die. But
right. Don't kill Alfred.
Yeah, I think there's characters that should just be off limits. Like, this is why The Walking Dead ended up failing, because they killed off everyone that people liked. If you kill off main characters people like integral ones, yeah, a lot of people are not going to like that.
Well, yeah, but those Walking Dead also failed because it went on for so long. And how much can you like stand around and like go from one place that you're not safe? You're just not safe here. And then, oh, we're finally safe. And then there's another collusion of people that are going to make you unsafe. And then I heard that, dude, count the times that they say fucking safe in that goddamn show.
Well, I wanted to ask you this. With the new Batman #1 coming up, this new ongoing series that's just renumbered, like with Spider-Man. Come on, what's crazy is Spider-Man is getting an Amazing Spider-Man #1 relaunch in March, right? Mm-hmm. So not a coincidence. The books have these long runs that end up just not doing so well. They have #1s. Coincidence? I think not. But do you think, because the Amazing Spider-Man relaunch is going to be focusing on classic villains, do you think
classic villains, right?
This run should be focusing on classic villains?
I think this run needs to. You cannot. If I see the Joker within the first 12 issues, I'm just done.
Know that's happening.
I'm done. My brain might explode. My brain, like, yeah. I think having the character that they create, that Scott Snyder created, that did so well for Dark Knight's Metal, that actually almost ruined everything with the Batman Who Laughs and how he got oversaturated, and it was like this crazy cool character, and then he's got his own book, and then the Year of the Villain, and all this other stuff, and now it's like they did the same with the Joker. Why does the Joker have his own goddamn book? Why did it last for so long? Why did they make more of them? Why are we seeing like, it was cool to see Mark Silvestri come back and do something really cool. Like,
I know James Tynion did a Joker run a while ago, and then they tried to have the Joker tie into the Joker War event. That's what
I'm saying. Like, there's so much of it that you can't bring him.
He's the go-to villain. Like, he's
got to be like the Andre the Giant. You don't bring him out unless it's something special.
I'll say this. I like the way that the Batman Hush story does the Joker, and I like the way that the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles crossover did. He could be a factor. He could be a thing, but it doesn't always have to be the main attraction.
Yeah, but Yeah, but if
same thing like in the animated series, bring him out when you need to, but don't oversaturate him.
Yeah, you can't keep. It just seemed like once it was like people were like interested in Batman, and the main crossover happened after like the Heath Ledger movie. It was like all of a sudden it was like they only brought him out.
Oh, I like Joker by Brian Azzarello. That was good, but that's Black Label. That's not continuity. So,
but I'm just saying, like, they didn't bring him out all the time. Now it's like ever since that Dark Knight movie, though. Ever since then, everybody's got to have their own take on the Joker.
Arkham series was a very big factor in bringing the Joker to the mainstream even more when they brought in with Mark Hamill again too.
But that's a video game, and yes, it met more people than what comics would do. But comics weren't doing that. They weren't using him all the time.
But have you noticed that after the Dark Knight movie and those Arkham games, Joker was just the main lead in
everywhere. People like he was on Fortnite, for Christ's sake.
Like hey, I love me some clown Prince of Crime. I love me the Joker, but goddamn,
wrong, I do. But he's more special when it happens maybe once every 2 years.
Yeah. So who would you start out with then for this new Batman run as a villain? If you could just pick like 3 of them.
If I could, I would start off, me personally, probably with the mobsters, to get them as the foundation.
Oh, the Falcones and the Maronis. Yeah, that's fine.
Get them as the foundation of Gotham, because it establishes what's happening in Gotham, the city, and you get to explore that, but it also grounds Batman, right? Then you have something like the Penguin or the Riddler, right? One of those two come in at the end. Then, me personally, I would work in Scarecrow and do it right. Work in Scarecrow, have him be in the books as a doctor, maybe Falcone's going to a psychiatrist.
You could have him tie in with Kurt Langstrom, who's, as you guys know, Man-Bat. They could have a relationship,
right?
A friendship.
Something.
Not that DC relationship. They might make him gay. That's what DC does.
Then have him be a villain. Work your way up, like have this span out. If this is going to be your new team, they need a plan. They need an A, B, C, D, E, F plan.
Okay,
they
plan.
need at least a 2. No, they need a 2-year plan. of
Yeah, no, I
comics.
agree. Yeah.
That's what it needs to be. And then if you want to bring the Joker in after he's been established and the book is good, then you can do that. But if you have to go to the Joker first, then I
Like,
don't
Absolute Batman
I
number
just don't
one,
see that working well.
like Absolute Batman number one did Joker, but it's like you've seen him in one panel, small panel. He's not been referenced or shown at all so far in the issues that we've read, right? I think if you're gonna bring out the Joker, you should utilize him in a way that is a special moment that propels the character forward after like a
Well,
few
it's
smaller villains have been conquered, like maybe
right. It's got to
Kurt
be a
Lang.
big thing. It has to
Yeah,
be like it's
like maybe
almost
like you
like
said, Scarecrow first. You conquer maybe Man Bat. Maybe you get a Riddler or Penguin out of the way. Two Face is going to get set up there somewhere. It always seems to happen.
that's the thing though. That the people like Scarecrow, Two-Face, they can be their professions throughout the book.
Yeah,
He can be a psychiatrist. He can be the lawyer. Then it can happen later on. He can make it Bruce's friend, like, and they hang out for a while.
Yeah.
So when he turns to Two-Face, it's more dramatic.
If he always do it that way.
If he already comes in as Two-Face, it's like you're taking people as the story of Two-Face already. You can't put a new spin on it because he's already Two-Face. But if you have him as Harvey for a while, then you could have it happen a different way.
Yep.
You could have it happen a different
Harley
way.
Quinn, then. Do you think they should do it with Harley Quinn? But I think when they ever reveal Harley Quinn, it leads to the Joker because she always leads to the Joker, no matter what.
Yes, and that's you could have it say like after the Riddler or something, he brings him to Arkham, and you see he runs into Harleen Quinzel, who's a new person at Arkham Asylum, right? A new doctor. So that that the Joker could be coming, but you sprinkle it in little bits by little bits. Maybe show her talking to one of the inmates, but they don't ever show who it is. But and we know it's the Joker, and this goes on through the book. The
other thing I want to bring up is not something pertaining to the Batman book itself, but it would benefit him more if it doesn't do this. Don't just write stuff for trades. There's so many books that come out where it feels like they're just writing for a trade for an art.
I believe that though is from higher up. I believe 100% they are told write in 6-issue arcs so we can sell that first volume. 100% I believe it because they're going to get the sales from the floppies, but they're going to get much more sales from trades.
For sure. Yeah. Because my thing is the mainline Batman book and the mainline Spider-Man book, guys, there should be not any place where these books shouldn't be bestsellers or you should have bad word of mouth. These are the main flagship characters. They need to have good writing and artist team. And keep in mind, the issues shouldn't feel like filler issues. You shouldn't be a 5-issue arc in something and you get a filler issue. Then just discard whatever filler you were going to do and just put the main shit there. I hate when books do
and
that.
it's not listen, as long as you're doing your books, it's not I'm not calling it filler, but it's not wrong to do like a monster of the week episode or
I don't mind that.
It's fine to do that in between things. That is fine. But they are always instructed, like, as soon as you get to this, it's got to be this. It's got to be this. It's got to be this. Because, like I said, it looks way better on a shelf than a box full of, plastic floppies. Like, that's what they do. That's what they care about.
Yeah, because they know they're going to get way more sales off Amazon and eBay.
Think of it like this. Think of it like this. As the Hush event happens, right? What do you think is going to be bigger? The single sales or when that goes to that nice deluxe edition trade?
Ooh, the nice hardcover, the nice trade paperback. Ooh, God,
same thing with my Hush right back there. I mean?
Like, I may or may not have the Hush omnibus behind me or the trade or the DC compact comic version. I might love that story a little too much, but I do love that story. It's a great story.
So there is that, you know what I'm saying? Like, like, I just hope that they take it seriously. That if they take it, as long as you take it seriously and give it the care it deserves, it should be good because like Batman is something that should be able to write itself. We already know everything that there is to know about the world of Batman.
The Arkham series did, except with Joker, a new coat of paint, an old house, new coat of paint. It's all you need. They're doing it with the suit. Take that same concept and apply that to the story. Is what I would say.
And that's you can do that, and that's fine as long as it acts and feels like Batman. It should be good.
So fire Matt Fraction and hire Gail Simone?
No. Oh God, no.
If she's ever on a Batman book, I'll burn it. I'll just wipe my ass with it.
No, it's like you think it's just like with Bendis, man.
The greatest writer of all time in comic books history.
The whole Bendis is coming. He's coming.
Well, he came to my wife. So my final thoughts and opinions on the Batman #1 relaunch. Basically the same thing you just said. It's just one of these things where take your time building up whatever storyline you're going to build for this new run of Batman. You don't always got to blow your load in the first arcs. That's what most of these Batman runs feel like in the past years. They just blow their load so quick with everything. It's like, what do you got left? And then they go so hard with trying to make something new that new character is just worthless. Or they overuse the character like Man Who Laughs or El Salvador, or bullshit like that. Just take your time. That's what I'm asking for. But you don't need to have issues where it feels like you're just getting this issue for a trade. It shouldn't be ever that, So
but it is.
We have a lot more comic book news coming out later this
Well, I want to say one thing
month.
Before you're done. So go ahead.
I'm never done. I last 5 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no. But let's tell you guys now, after you guys see this video, there's more news coming out because there's just a lot. And I don't know if it's like bigger is better, but my wife sure did say that. Okay, I'm joking. Wait, what did you say?
So I think if you're doing the first issues, they shouldn't be afraid to establish Batman. That's why I said like the Maronis or the Carmines or Falcones should be first, because if you're doing that, then you can still focus on Batman being Batman, having him learn the ropes and do these things. But if you already start him as established Batman, right, then you're not doing anything different. That's why year 1 was so successful. It was written well, but it was showing like in those first couple issues, we were seeing Batman be Batman, like learning how to be Batman and going through this, but they still had a building story behind it. And if you do that with the mob families, we can see him still be Batman, like busting some heads, like getting some punks, do this as a story of the underground builds up. If they just go right into fucking, Clayface or something right off the bat, it's like, okay, there's nothing different, nothing new. Like it's nothing that we haven't seen before. So I hope that they take their time. I really do. That's it.
Yes. And we have a lot more comic book news that has come out, and I can't wait to cover it all with you guys. And keep in mind, when I'm making these kind of news videos, if you see a news video that comes out, I'm always going to take my time releasing them, but I'm not ever going to be rushed to release something following up, because I want you guys to kind of get the stories as they evolve, because people need to understand that just because you know about something doesn't mean other people do. I think that's a common thing when doing news, anything in any content related genre that I've ever done. People go, well, I already know that. Cool. But other people probably don't know that. Like, what the fuck? How self-centered like, what is such a crazy small worldview you must have? Just because you know something, other people must know it. Like, what the fuck? Just take your time, guys. How's this? Enjoy the free content you're getting. I love doing it, but keep in mind, I'm doing this because I want to inform you guys about what comics are coming out, so you guys can pick and choose potentially. Maybe if you want to invest into that run based off the writer or the artist, or you see the preview art or the panel and stuff like that. I want to make sure you guys know these things. It's not about, oh, I already know this. Why is this video existing? What the fuck? Why should it not exist? I'm not gonna just delete the content that I worked hard on putting out for you guys. What the fuck? You'll always get it. You might not get it always on time, which I'm working to fix. I'm making sure video done, podcast needs to be finished, clip everything out, upload it. But yes, want that you guys have that spiel there. But yeah, Batman #1 coming out later on this year. We will be buying it and reviewing it. You guys can have an epic review when it drops. So thank you guys for checking out this video. If you guys are returning viewers or new viewers, then please consider subscribing to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it and comment down below. Also, make sure you guys hit the notification bell. That way you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video or go live. I'm MSK, aka Master Swag King, and we're going to sign out, guys. See you guys later.